How's it going? Thanks for joining me. So picking up where we left off in the previous video, there are no forests on Flat Earth Decoded. What we're seeing here is these giant trees had giant roots that spread out across the earth, and this was a giant living creature that came out of the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish, where every compass points to. And as I was explaining that there's the tree of life at the center of the dish where every compass points to, I'm explaining to you that this was powered by the astral jet. And the astral jet is created when Jesus the Son places his light into the hole at the center of the dish, and out from that hole comes the green astral jet shooting out, and that would have went through all these veins like a fiber optic system. And they say the land beneath us is 25% water and 75% land. And I was just watching a video which was explaining how water might have turned the silica place and melted it away, and water is much less important to the silica system that was here before. And when they say the flood, what I'm seeing here is a flood that was obviously liquid and melted away what was silica, a silica highway of electrical system, sort of like a short circuit was created by all this water, is what somebody described it as. So what I'm seeing here is that this is a giant organism that crept out across the earth, coming out of the Holy of Holies and powered by the astral jet. And giant trees and all that stuff, and a whole living, breathing organism spread out across the earth. And now it's gone. The trees are chopped down, and they say you fell from the trees like monkeys. You know, they're laughing at us because the core of your brain, if you look at any brain chart, you'll see it's reptilian at the core of your brain. It's responsible for fight or flight. You would be a slave class reptilian, and you're the food class, and you can't see it. And you'll laugh and say, those videos that you post of reptilian eyes and blah, blah, blah. Listen, this shit is real. You have a reptilian core to your brain. Zoom in on your own images of you when you were a child. Zoom in all those pictures and see if you can see. Like, take a picture of one of the eyes, zoom in. Take another picture, zoom in. Take another picture of that, zoom in, like with your iPhone. And you'll see that nearly everybody has at least one slit in one of their eyes. So, surely we're not monkeys, but the core of our brains, being that we have that response mechanism called fight or flight, they're telling you that's the reptilian core to your brain, that you stem from a reptilian, okay? Not a fucking monkey. So when you see Avatar and all that shit, what they look like reptilian type beings and stuff, that's exactly what they're rubbing in our face. And what I'm telling you is at the center of the dish, where every compass points to, is where that creature originally crept out from. That's where heaven is. When we go through that hole at the center of the dish, when we pop out the other side, we'll see that this living creature is still alive on the other side. And it's a living giant being that's spread out across the earth. The astral light is coming out of that hole at the center of the dish, and it would have spread out all across the earth, creating this silica living being that's spread out across the earth. And what I'm explaining to you is that you can see the remnants of this being that you are inside of right now. So it's one side of a light hole is a black hole. At the center of the dish is the Holy of Holies, where the tree of life comes shooting out. That's where you need to get to before you're dead, and drink from the living waters, and you become superhuman like that. It's just that simple. A dog drinks from that water and the dog starts talking. Just like they show in movies, talking animals. Yeah, that's because they drank from this water here. And it's just like that. It's just that simple. I'm telling you, this place is a lot more interesting than you can imagine. So this living giant creature that crept out across the earth is still alive. When you go into the Holy of Holies, you will drink from that living water and you will live forever, or you will get your way out of this matrix. It's just that simple, people. That you're inside of a giant living organism right now. And what I'm telling you is that the moon is sending down a square wave, and it's keeping all this shit from growing back. It's keeping your brain half shut off, and you need to rise above that frequency somehow. And that's going to happen through gratitude and stuff like that. So I recommend you ponder on this information for a little bit. It's going to take a little bit to sink in. That the center of the dish is where the Holy Grail is. And that used to be where the Tree of Souls was. That giant tree that they knocked down. Now there's the astral light. It shoots up, hits the parabolic mirror, and showers down on us. What I'm telling you is at the center of the dish, there's something magical there. We need to get there. It's every compass points to it. And I'm going to keep pointing this out in every one of my fucking videos until people get it. That the tree of life is right over there. It's just that simple. It's a giant astral jet shooting out. When you go over there, you drink from the living waters. And you become a super being right there on the spot. Heaven on earth is at the center of the dish. It's right over there. Every compass points to it. So when people ask, where is that? Grab a compass. There's your yellow brick road. It's right there. That's your yellow brick road. You follow the compass to the center of the dish, and you get everlasting life. It's just that simple.